time.
All right. Well, now,
Yeah.
all right. Again, it doesn't have to be long. It could be 5 minutes. I really don't care.
D avatars, Adobe.
Jem
Okay.
decided not to show up.
No, you're good. You're
Now he's
good.
dead to me. All right. What about
Now
the
he's dead to me.
what were you saying about the diaphragm thing?
Okay, so a lot of the time, people like when we're sitting and chilling. So how many times have you found yourself you just fucking hunched over? Right. You're not really like
A lot.
thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So always tell people because a lot of times when you like even when you're speaking or doing an instrument and whatnot, you want to stand up straight. So
Uh-huh.
imagine you're Iron Man and you get that beam in your fucking chest, right?
That
Now
beam?
imagine, yeah, like the little like the chest thing that Iron Man has. The I don't know. I'm not a fucking nerd.
Oh, you mean the emblem? The emblem.
Yeah, yeah,
The what
yeah.
did you call it?
The beam. So like
The
imagine like you can shoot.
beam. The
Yeah.
beam.
So imagine like you can shoot a beam from it, right? And imagine you're gonna try to shoot the guy across the table from you with that beam,
Yeah, I
and then
get it.
notice
like
how you
chest out.
instantly.
You're fucking. You're like you're all yoked up, kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, not even just yoked up, it's just how you're supposed to stand. Now, right, if you're standing like that, if you put your hands right underneath your rib cage, that's where your diaphragm's going to be. And all you got to do is breathe in real deep. Your diaphragm kind of expands,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of have your full range of your voice instead of being so used to being hunched over in your chair and constricted and not using all of the space within you to resonate your sound.
Right. All right. Just taking that deep breath in fucked me up a little bit, only because I'm doing this fucking water fast right now, and I'm on the last day of it.
Why are you doing a water fast?
Well, wait, hold on. What do you think that means when I say I'm doing a water fast?
You're not drinking water. Is what it's
No,
telling.
no, I know. Okay, yes, you're 100% right. That's what it sounds like. I thought that's what it was too, but no. What it is I'm only drinking water, but I'm not eating anything or putting anything in my body outside of water.
Okay, you know what? That's not bad. That I approve of that. How long have you been going?
Today is day 3, and it will be the last day. I'm contemplating, like, with the original plan was like once midnight hit for me to just scarf down like some food, like wow, 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 wow. But I might, depending on how tired I am tonight, I might just go to sleep and then eat breakfast tomorrow. And then I'll be done with it.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, that's literally what breakfast means. It's break fast.
I mean, there you go.
I mean, so yeah, problem solved. I know a lot of people. What they'll do is when they start to fast or whatnot, say if you ever do it again, is they'll eat that morning, right, and they'll begin the fast at noon, right. So
Mm.
that way they can just go through and then sleep, and then wake up and kind of do their normal activity and kind of prolong the hunger as long as possible.
What I did was I guess 2.5 days ago, roughly. Um,
Mhm.
I just I ate periodically through the day, and then like I housed the whole thing of Haagen-Dazs like at night, and then around between 11:30 11:45 p.m. I was just grabbing like snacks and whatever's in the fridge. I was like, oh, cheese, yes, cheese. Like cheese is perfect. This thing will be like cement. I won't digest this for a week. So
Yeah.
I ate a bunch. So like 11:45 p.m. was like the last time I ate something a few days ago. So yeah, now I'm at this spot.
How you been feeling?
I want food, man. I want some fucking food.
So have you ever gotten to that point where you're kind of like just trucking, like you do not in like the sharp hunger pains, but like you're just kind of like, all right, we're moving, we're grooving,
Yeah,
you know?
so like day one, so far, like this is day 3. So far, day 1 was the worst. Day 1 was sucked. Like even breakfast time, where I usually don't eat breakfast, I was like,
Hmm.
it really would be nice to get some food right now. And then middle of the day, I was like, fuck, I want food. And I got really tired because I also, for the past couple months, because I've been so fucking busy, I've been like basically injecting coffee into my veins.
Uh,
So because I was drinking so much caffeine, like this day I wasn't eating or drinking any caffeine. I wasn't eating anything. I was only
Pain
drinking.
headaches.
Yeah, dude. And I
I hate.
I already get headaches, bro. At night I had, oh my god, this headache. I thought my eyes were gonna explode. Like, and
You just
I've had
die.
headaches. Yeah, I've had headaches this bad before, and like part of me is like, obviously this is like the fast, but like obviously is it the fast because of the caffeine? It was probably because of the caffeine. and because I
But
was
also not eating anything probably didn't help either, you know?
yeah, because eating something would have gave me like a good feeling, like it would have taken my mind off of it. I can't drink water and go away headache, which is kind of what I was doing, and I literally put a heat bag on my head at one point, and it did nothing. And then when I took the heat bag off, literally I felt my head, and I'm like, oh my god, my scalp's numb because of how hot the bag was. So
Damn.
the first day sucked, and then the second day was a breeze. It was a breeze until night. My girlfriend got back to dinner with her dad, and I'm like, "What you have for dinner?" And she starts, "Oh, I had French onion soup, and I had a salad." And I'm like, "Oh, French onion soup sounds really good right now." So
True.
yeah, so the day two nighttime, I was a little pissed because I was hungry, and then this morning, day three, I was still kind of hungry. But since then, like I'm hungry now, like I want food, but I'm almost at like the end of it, so I'm like whatever. What's gonna suck is after this, I'm gonna start my bulk to put on some muscle again, and I'm gonna meal prep for like the rest of the week today. So I'm gonna just have like cooked chicken and steak.
But you can't have it till
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm just breathing it in like, oh man, it'd be really good to have some of this right
You're gonna
now.
break. I'm calling it, man. You're gonna break, dude. You're gonna break.
No, I
And
kind
that's
of,
okay.
I want to not. I want to do this and somehow not break while I'm cooking 5 of these like fucking flank steaks and 4 of these chicken breasts. I want to somehow. Oh, and rice. Oh, dude, the things I would do to rice right now. I love some rice.
See, isn't it so funny how like not eating food for a couple of days turns like a Dorito gourmet?
Oh,
Like a
oh.
normal Whopper sounds like lobster and steak
Oh
right now.
God, dude, yes, yeah, dude. Not only that, well, you know what? You're right because also when I did a sugar fast a few years back,
I need to do that.
what's that?
I need to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, just not eating any like added sugar. It
It's
was
really bad with coffee.
it was great in terms of like I afterwards the anything I ate was like already so sweet. I didn't have to like eat half a bag of Sour Patch Kids to get like that sweetness.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Yes.
Diabetes runs in the family.
So part of me feels like right now, like, oh man, anything's gonna taste good after this. At least for the beginning.
You know, I was thinking about that because I need to give up smoking marijuana, and also I need to give up fucking caffeine in general and just go straight water or just tea, like a non-caffeinated tea.
Well, have you thought about just edibles, or you just want to give up marijuana in general?
Well, the thing is, I think it goes a whole religious aspect, but I think the marijuana I had was a really good thing for the season I was in. But I think I've passed that season where I don't need it anymore, and now I'm just abusing the shit out of it.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
So how do you like? What makes you think you're abusing it as opposed to just taking it and continuing on your everyday life?
Well, ever since kind of leaving the military, I kind of had like this really bad like it's registered as PTSD. I guess you can say that and whatnot and everything, but it's just bad. You know what I mean? And so
Like what happens that makes it bad?
I just be in a really dark place, and I wouldn't necessarily be in reality. I just kind of be in like in a flashback, kind of like really stressful situations.
From getting high?
No, no, back in the military.
Oh, okay.
And it
All
wasn't
right.
like I was getting shot at or anything either. It's stuff that I literally am not allowed to talk about. As funny as that is.
All right. So you
So
did some gay stuff in the military.
I mean I was in the Navy, man. So
Oh, you definitely
uh
did some gay stuff. See, Navy guys do gay things, and Air Force people are gay. I'm sure you can tell your little military boys that joke, and I'm sure they'll be like,
yeah, that's actually pretty funny. I always call so you know like the joke about Marines when they eat crayons.
No, I didn't know that one.
So yeah, the joke is that like Marines can't eat crayons, and so like they'll have the gay jokes. I'm like, stop eating crayons and stuff
So
like
the
that.
Marines are like the dumb ones.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the dumb brutes, but I mean, we need the dumb brutes, though, you know what I mean?
So what are the branches? There's There's the Air Force, the Navy,
Yes, sir.
the military.
The Army and then Marines.
Marines and Army are separate.
Yeah, so the Marines are a separate branch of the Navy, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So the thing is, you know what Marine stands for?
Gay?
Fair. My ass rides in Navy equipment.
Ah, that's
If
a good
you
one.
think about it, it's kind of gay.
that is
You know what
that
Navy
is.
stands for?
What's that?
You know what Navy stands for?
No.
Never again volunteer yourself.
I don't get it.
It says, so you volunteered to join the Navy, right? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, bad decision.
Why is that like the hardest of the four?
So, no. So, hear me out. I would much rather be in the Navy than being out there holding a rucksack in the middle of the fucking, like, desert getting fucking rained on. Mind you, I've done PT and I've gone out there, done exercises where it's just pouring rain. It's like, man, this sucks, but you got to do it, you know? But I worked on a ship
Uh-huh.
where it's air conditioned and I'm away from the elements. So I'm like, hoo, yay. I mean, it doesn't mean it wasn't stressful, but I didn't have to worry about like fucking piss or like shit from like the weather. You know what I mean? But mind you, when you come back from port for the first time, you wouldn't want to go back in the berry thing because literally everyone and their mom's fucking drunk and pissing and shitting everywhere.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. You walk down there and it smells like
Oh
vomit.
God.
We had one guy whose name, oh man, I don't want to give it away, but he was sleeping in the bottom rack and he was like one of our newer guys and whatnot. Poor dude. And he was sleeping. One of our guys from the other division, that was a part of our division though too, came in. He was super drunk. That he was at the toilet, just fucking unzipped and fucking let her rip.
Jeez.
And dude's like, "What the fuck? What the
Why do
fuck?"
people become animals once they go into port?
Because they are alcoholics at home, and then they're out to sea for 3 weeks.
Ah.
Then they're like, "Oh boy," but that's like in a foreign country, right? So you gotta imagine a lot of these guys are like, "My wife won't ever catch me," or they'll do some stupid bullshit like that, you know?
Right.
And it's mm, mm, mm,
That's
mm.
I mean, geez, you're over here, quote unquote, fighting for your country, which is a lie, by the way. And then,
Yeah.
and then you fucking come back and you're like, I'll just cheat on my wife. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I think at one point the military was fighting for their country, but that thing has died years and years and decades ago.
Okay, so the Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Army. So Army.
Mhm.
So when someone refers to the military, are they referring to the Army?
Uh, well, it depends, honestly, what kind of operations they're referring to.
What is What's the
Well, there's
so
also Coast Guard, but they're like the redheaded stepchild that no one talks about.
yeah, that's why we didn't talk about him. That's why we didn't bring him up. Well,
I
when
mean,
it
but you know, just you don't want someone to be like the one guy watching, just be like, "A Coast Guard's a fucking branch too." And you're like, "Shut the fuck up."
I'm looking up what are the branches of defense in America. All right, let's see. The United States military has 6 branches. What? The Army, the Navy, the Air Force.
National Reserve.
What's that?
Is it a National Reserve?
No, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and then I forgot. I always keep forgetting about this one. The new kid on the block, Space Force.
Oh yeah. I wonder how that's going.
I don't think they're seeing any action.
No, because who the fuck's going into space at the moment?
Also, who's fighting aliens?
But the thing is, the fact that they had to make a space force in journal, does that like kind of ever like set off any like red flags?
No, it's just a way for the government to get more money from people, like to just distribute more money to people that don't deserve it.
But that's a whole branch of the Department of
Yeah,
Defense.
yeah, that's a lot. And there's 400 million
You know,
people in America. They get a lot of money from us, dude.
just to ask for $50 for a part to be replaced.
I don't even see 50%. I don't see 40% of my check anymore. Like this is what
No,
the
I'm
world
right
is.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I just wonder if not there is something that we're not realizing.
No.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what? Yeah, sure, maybe. How about that? The words maybe.
Because hear me out. It's never like, oh, everything's confirmed because you never fucking know. Weirder shit's fucking happened. There's some fucking evil villain on the fucking East Coast flying drones everywhere.
I was just gonna say, I live in Jersey, bro. Like, I saw them, by the way. I was out one night. I saw 4 fucking drones. I walked to one of the buildings in my old complex to my buddies, and then walked back. And each time I saw 2 drones each trip. So I was like, dude, like there they are. They're right there. They're just like this is like just fucking hovering.
What do you think it is? How big are they? Do you think?
It was night. I couldn't tell. They looked like pretty good size ones. They're really high up too.
So if they're pretty big for high up though, that'd be pretty large, I'd imagine, dude. You know?
Yeah. Like I know. I mean, they were just drones. Like I didn't even think of it. I just like looked at it like, oh, there they are. Like I've been hearing about this for a couple weeks. There they are.
Oh.
I was the thing that was pissing me off. I was out of state when that like right when it was happening. I left the state, but it really started to hit the fan while I was out of state. I was in Texas, and this whole time I'm like, man, this better not fuck with the flight. Like, if I get delayed because of this bullshit, because some dude had to pick up his remote control drone and just play, like, I'm gonna be livid,
bruh. Dude, I'm at, so my thought process is some fucking nerd out there is right, like finally, society has mocked me for so long. Now it's my time to mock him, and like this is some stupid fucking plan.
It's like Professor Chaos from South Park.
Yes, yes.
I mean, maybe. Apparently these drones, based on how big they are, people were like saying like these are like really expensive drones. And then my buddy who like he's got a like really expensive drone like for a pedestrian, like for a civilian. He's got a pretty expensive drone and it's a pretty nice size. And he was like, yeah, those things are fucking like the ones that are up in the sky right now are like really bonkers money. I forgot the number he put on it, like what he thought the price would be, but it was like not like some just one person that could own all these things.
That's fair. You know,
but I don't. Again, I have no idea. Also, I feel like they're gone now. I feel like they disappeared.
I feel like the news just stopped talking about them, so everyone thinks they're gone.
It's pretty crazy. I will say this: it's crazy the fact that like it barely got picked up, but it's also
and then immediately gone.
But but it's also crazy that like I saw like videos of people trying to shoot them down. It's like y'all motherfuckers couldn't get one of these things. Like really, like they're all up in the sky. And like we're that bad at getting, and that's why it always brings me back to like when people are like, "Man, they're gonna take our guns, and that means we're not gonna be able to defend ourselves." Motherfucker, you can't defend yourselves with the shit you got.
All right, hear me out. At least let me have my comfort gun. All right.
Oh no,
okay?
You can have whatever you have. However, to act as if like, oh, now that I got these, we might get the militia in place, and we can really wreak some. It's like you can't wreak anything. Do you know what a nuclear bomb is? Do you know what your house is? Yeah, your house is called destroyed if they decide to use a bomb on you.
Yeah, it's very true. But I will say, we still did lose Vietnam to guys with sticks and old fucking World War II rifles.
Yeah, key word, we lost it. So then we really got no shot.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
We could learn, right? You know? I'm just saying, we look to the past, and you know, we look at those communist dogs and how they kicked our ass.
You know who also learns? The people who are controlled by the government, who could literally just press buttons and kill you without even getting off the seat.
I'd rather take the roll of the dice of getting done out by a drone than fucking overseen. You know.
Overseen?
I'm like a little spider hole.
What's
overseen?
Overseen? What's that mean?
Like the government's like, oh, he's just a fucking idiot, and like keeps going.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like to be overseen. I'd like to be like, he's just a fucking idiot, and then they keep walking. I'm over like, doodly doodly, nothing to see here.
He has nothing of value. Kill him. I mean, just kidding. Don't waste the value of money.
Yeah, don't waste the bullets on this one.
We need to send that to Ukraine and other countries.
I would love to not get shot because I was overseen.
Dude, I feel so bad for everyone who's fucking just stuck out there in the fucking drone. Have you seen those fucking videos?
What? No. Wait, what? Wait, out where?
So out in Ukraine, like
that blew my mind that's still going on. I was like, hasn't it been like 3 years? Holy shit!
Yeah, it's kind of blowing my mind. It's been 3 years, but the thing is, you'll see videos of guys with GoPros on the drone that's chasing the people down, is or dropping grenades on them, recording it. It's you're just like, man, whoever's flying that drone, you are a sick bastard. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
so when someone refers to the military again, what what is that like? What can that technically be pointed to?
What do you mean?
So remember how? All right, there's six branches, right? But
Yes,
the military isn't one of the branches. So when someone says, "Oh, bring in the military," like what does that mean? That could mean a litany of things.
pretty much.
Like like what
Or a
though?
combination. I mean, it's not off or like absurd to have like bases and whatnot that are joint bases. Like the one by me is actually a joint reserve base, so it has Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines on there, and a little bit of Coast Guard, a little
So
bit of
is the
everybody.
military just the armed forces, and then the six branches fall under the umbrella term military?
Basically,
Oh yeah, branches of the U.S. military. Holy shit! Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps. Um, it's so weird. I don't know if maybe they probably do, but for some reason on Google, the Navy, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and Space Force have all these cool logos, and the Marine
Mhm.
Corps there's no logo. It's just like it's just like website. So I'm sure there's a logo.
The Marine Corps is like, you know what we are.
So who are the ones that I heard? So my girlfriend, she's got an uncle that was in the Navy,
Mhm.
and I was like, so wait, is the Air Force like what is that?
Condolences.
What's yeah, is that like so like do they like are they like the plane people basically? He's like, no, not really. Like we've had Air Force people look at the Navy people who fly planes going, I can't fucking do that. So which branch is the one that flies the planes and would be like sent out to like fight like via, flight with planes?
Well, I've noticed is it depends honestly on the deployment, whether or not you're going to have land bases or you're going to be on the sea. Because Navy has their own pilots. They have their own like jet pilots, helicopter pilots, all that jazz. They got all of that. And the thing is, with the Air Force, what I've found, just me personally, I don't know how they operate, is usually they're operating from a base, and you never see them move out. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like, sometimes we can hit like the coast a little bit further inland, but we're going to be stationed like out in the sea. So that plane that's going off has to come back. You know
Mm.
what I mean? But in Air Force, you probably can have a base that's located further inland, right? And they can patrol a further area before it has to return to refuel and all that jazz. So I guess it's mainly about the AOR you're taking as responsibility. So area of responsibility,
So okay, so multiple branches of the
just for
military
multiple things.
can
Kind of like it's like a
have
Swiss
like
Army knife.
flying, like Air Force,
Yeah,
probably Navy, Marine Corps. Do they have like flying
they're.
capacities?
I believe their pilots are Navy pilots, just like Marine Corps. Well, they might have Marine pilots. I'm not sure. But I know that our medics, like the Marine Corps, they're all Navy personnel.
Mm.
So like Marine Corps doesn't necessarily have medics, but the Navy does, and the medics who are pretty badass go out with the Marines.
So does the I'm gonna assume the Coast Guard doesn't like have any pilots,
But I don't know. I can't quote
or
you on that
maybe
one.
they don't fly like fighter jets.
I know a lot. Well, they got. I do know some Coast Guard fly the helicopters that save people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, you're right, you're right. That makes sense. Okay, so the Coast Guard they have
And
so
that's pretty fucking sick. Have you ever seen that in like real life or anything?
no, I mean not like I
It's
mean maybe on the news or something, but not in real life.
it kind of blows your mind just like how turbulent the like ocean can be, and someone just like staying so still, counteracting that with a jazz on the helicopter itself with their own controls.
What about Space Force? I'm gonna assume they don't have any pilots. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they have to
They
fly
were
like
developed
some.
after I left.
What's that?
They were developed after I left the military.
Right, that's fair.
I remember hearing rumors about it, going, and at that time, I wasn't like a big Trump guy. Mind you, I'm a bigger Trump guy, but I'm not like worship God Trump 'cause that's fucking cringe. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, for real, it's just like that sounds so stupid. But then after seeing everything, the government's like, aliens might be real, and you're like, wait, what? You're like, huh? Moving on. You're like, no, 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 go back. What was that? No, 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 what was that? And it's like, this week in the news. It's like, so now, yeah, I don't fucking believe anything. You know what I mean? The fact that have you seen? Okay, also Dubai. I've been to Dubai. Do you know about Dubai?
Is there something new to know about, or like I know of it?
So they have cloud seeding.
Oh, I've heard about this where like they can make it rain, make it rain.
They pump like I think it's like silver nitrate into the sky.
Is that real though? Because like some people
Yes,
act as if like not
that
predict.
is legit. And the only reason
Dubai
why is
makes
because
rain.
they are the only people who I know who could afford that. Because Dubai is so fucking expensive. It is, dude. It was me and my buddy. We went to Hooters, and I paid $160 before tip for just a chicken strip dinner for me and him.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at this right now. How much was a chicken strip?
It was $160 to feed me and my buddy.
So you went to Dubai? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, while I was deployed, you know what I mean? And so I was
Right.
like, oh,
My one buddy went on vacation there, and he said, dude, he says it's insane the cost of everything.
yes.
He's
It's
like
stupid.
he did say like the police cars like drive, I think in
Lamborghinis.
and then
Yes.
he also talked about like there's not a speck of like debris or litter. There's not a speck of litter on like the streets.
It is the cleanest city I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like,
Now,
if you spit on. No.
oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Does it matter?
I could be wrong. Supposedly, there's a lot of like slave labor that goes into building Dubai, and like just basically way
Wait,
underpaid
hold on.
labor, like shitty
I
underpaid.
think I'm confusing Dubai with Singapore. Hold on. I
Wow.
know I've gone to both, though.
Nah. Well, I will say my one buddy didn't go to Singapore. He was definitely at Dubai, but I think isn't Singapore one of those places where like you get the death penalty or like you get life in
They
prison
will,
for weed or something like that?
or any kind of drug trafficking is life. It's like the death penalty.
Jesus.
But other than that, you get a thing called caning. And so we had to have like a whole brief on it,
What,
right?
you get
Saying like,
beat the shit out of with a cane?
so I literally an old guy with a cigarette who the government has appointed
Uh
to cane your ass
huh.
until he feels that you have paid.
That's awesome.
And so you better hold this guy on his fucking good day.
I mean, I'd rather get that than life in prison.
Yeah, mind you, but you gotta imagine these reeds, right? They're splintered. So when they hit you, they pinch and they rip skin
Oh,
off.
I'm not saying I'm happy with the punishment. I was
Fair.
just trying to smoke a J there, guy.
Yeah, fair. But dude, it's rough. I've been to Dubai. I'm almost positive.
Dubai is the one that has the Burj Khalifa,
Yeah.
so it's the world's tallest building.
Okay, yes, I've been there. And you know what the craziest thing is? We were parked on the shore that was miles away. And I remember you can see that motherfucker for so long.
Oh, the Burj
So,
Khalifa?
yes, it's so big, dude. Well, it's
Yeah.
the biggest flower in the world. But it's like a needle. Imagine like a really shiny needle in the distance. It's just shing.
Yeah, and it's like the perfect landscape because like there's not a ton of like other tall buildings around it. Like there's some, I mean they're tall, but like it's not up to that magnitude, but it's not even up to like the second tallest or something like that. And then it's in the
stands out.
desert. It's made out of this glass. Like the sun is just beaming on it. Yeah, it's just this fucking. It's like this huge space needle.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. But that Hooters was in Singapore, not Dubai.
The fact that there's a Hooters in Singapore, that's amazing.
Well, I'll tell you, the waitress was very hot.
I was
She
gonna
was
say
like,
were the girls like is Singapore a Muslim country?
It's more. How do I?
It can't be because they wouldn't have a Hooters.
Yeah, but I'll say I think Singapore's not, but Dubai is.
Religious demographic according to Dubai is, so no Hooters in Dubai. 2020 census data of the 4 million citizens and permanent residents, 31.1% are Buddhist, 20% identify as no religion. Okay. 19% Christian, 15% Muslim. Okay, so Singapore kind of pretty diverse.
It's like a little melting pot. Yeah, it's out there. But it's very expensive. Very expensive. But
Singapore Hooters.
it was right next to the water.
Yeah,
The price-
there's a Hooters in Singapore.
Yep.
Right, and there's a ship. There's a ship right next to it. You said right next to the water, right?
Yep.
Yep. There's a huge dude. The Hooters was created by these like 4, 5, 6 dudes or whatever in the 80s. Like just these guys that
America,
want,
right?
yeah, oh yeah, 100% America. And the fact that they have one in Singapore, Earth, you know, like how cool is that?
Can you imagine that conversation went, gentlemen, we need no gimmick for our restaurant. Well,
They look like.
Tammy's
By the way,
got some big tits.
that voice you just did is exactly what those guys looked like. They look exactly like. They've been doing so poorly in America in years past. They try to rebrand themselves. They try to get some that were they called them hoots.
No boy.
And
I'm assuming that's probably the PC crowd.
I don't.
Stuff like that.
Yes, but like yes and like there's a lot of reasons for it.
Also, I mean, it is objectively objectifying women. But
well, yeah, but not only that, but it's not like it's a like it's just, there's so many things wrong with that restaurant in today's world. You know, like weird to bring your family there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. A little bit.
It's just weird anything like at this point because and also what doesn't help is that the food sucks. That's the main thing. It's a B-dubs that also is purposely the whole objectifying women. So like you're already gonna
wait, it's a diet strip joint with a grill.
Diet strip joint? Oh yeah. Like it's just it has really no play. It seemed like it was a gimmick. And then they made it like a big thing, and it probably had. I saw a video on this. It probably had like a 10 to 15 year good run, maybe 20. But now it's like, I mean, the gimmicks. The fact that you guys made the gimmick into this, you should be proud. But like, no one wants to go here.
I think if they would have stuck to their guns, it would have been a more respectable way out. As disrespecting as that would be.
No, there's nothing. So I don't care about that. For someone to get mad at a Hooters, like it's like, are you gonna get mad at a strip club also or porn? Because that's like worse.
Yeah, because
like, what are you talking about?
They chose that.
Yeah, so I don't care about that. It's the fact that the food sucked. However, my one buddy claims that the Hooters by us, or at least used to be by me, was good. Like the food, it's like, these wings are good. Like they get the job done. They're good. I'm like, all right, I want to go there one day. I actually want to. I'm gonna be one of those rare people that goes to Hooters because I just want the wings.
No, ma'am, I don't care about your huge tits or your ass.
Well, I don't think they even do that anymore. I think like they're kind of covered up now, and it's like, all right. I mean, if I want to go to first off, I hate mixing sex and food. I hate that when
weird.
It's a weird like when people like put like I don't know, like syrup on someone. Like it's like, oh man, like it's gonna be sticky. Your breath's gonna smell like sugar afterward. Like, but shitty sugar. Like, it's just gross to me. Like, I can't. Like,
it's like who the fuck eats at a strip joint?
Yeah, I don't want to be eating a burger and then like someone trying to turn me on. Like, I'm trying to like. I'm eating the burger now. I'm gonna think your cooter smells like that. Like, I just don't want to fucking. I don't want any of that. So I really like if I want to go to a restaurant, I just want to eat food, dude. I'm fucking starving. I'm on a 3-day fast, dude. I'm fucking starving.
No, dude, I bet because you're talking like Hooters, like it's a fucking holy grail of all restaurants.
I am right now. I'm talking about like, yo, you gotta try the wings. You gotta have the hot sauce.
Yo, I just want to try the wings. I don't give a shit about your sexual flair, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. But dude, I'm gonna head out because I'm also selling a bunch of shit on Marketplace now, and some people are gonna come soon. Would have been nice if Jem came on for this little tidbit of an episode. It was actually going to just be a couple arguables.
That's okay. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck him. I'm happy you came on. Look at that. You saved the day, Shades. That was so high pitched the mic didn't pick it up.
Okay, good. I didn't want to break it. Whee! Yeah, but also, tell me when you're done recording real quick.
All right. Done recording now.